Okay, now we're recording. Hopefully, we tried to do this before, and we recorded us like playing a game for like 20 minutes, and then discovered that the gameplay was only recording the like first 7 seconds, and then it stopped recording. We got our voices saying stuff, but no gameplay. So what's the point of that? So stuff that was off the cuff last time is now semi-rehearsed, I guess. But anyway, we wanted to kind of do a pre-launch, a soft launch of this channel before we get the proper computer and everything. So we're using my laptop to play Purrfect Date. Say something about this game.
Yeah, it looked funny, so I got it years ago, and I played it a short time, but then something else came up, I forget.
All right. Yeah, and I've never played it. I've never seen it. I mean, I translate lots of dating sim games. If you've stumbled randomly onto this and you have no idea, I'm Sarah. I translate Japanese games for a living. And husband-kun, your husband-kun.
Sure. And yeah, I play games. I'm not terribly good at them, but I play them.
Yeah, he's played them his entire life. Anyway, quick thing before we get started. I just want to thank everyone who has contributed so far to back our new gaming rig. We've got Jacob, Noah, Robert, Xavier, Sam, David P, Jennifer, David M, Lydia, Christopher, Hardy, Lenny, Elisa, and a bunch of anonymous people. Thank you so far to all of you who have helped fund our new computer for this channel. It's awesome. We are going to start getting this computer, at least, you know, in parts as it becomes available. But in the meantime, we'll play games like this.
Yeah, specifically we're waiting for the video card. You know, there's a big shortage going on, so once we can get a hold of one that isn't incredibly jacked up in price by some scalper, then that will be the first step.
Okay, so I don't need how to play because I have husband-kun to tell me how to play. And I'm gonna like watch...
I remember?
Well, you know, we'll figure it out as we go along. Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah, and I any games that I have played in the past, well, they're in the past. They're mostly retro games, side-scroller, Metroidvania style games mostly. So
yeah, you want to click new game?
New game. Meow. Starting a new game will overwrite my current playthrough. Yep. Are you sure? Yes. Like what current playthrough? Enter name. Ooh, random name. What should our name be?
I don't know. Depends on, I mean, I think you get to choose one of those pictures for your avatar.
Just like, We'll just go with this default person that they already chose for us.
What do you think? Does he look like a Chad or?
He's not a Chad. No. He's a, actually, let's name him after one of our contributors. I'm gonna name him Hardy.
Okay.
I actually don't know if Hardy, I don't know what Hardy's gender is, but I don't know who this person's gender is either, but we'll say it's a dude. Autosave notification. I'm an angel and I accept. I guess. Disco cat saving. So we're hoping to find romance today, right?
Of course.
Chapter 1. I'm not sure how long we've been sailing, but it feels like forever. I'm not feeling too well now. Oh wait, is this the dude talking?
I don't know.
Oh, so it's a huge relief to hear the deck lad shout. Heart?
I believe so.
Here you
Island approach. Make yourself ready.
Riveting performance. Oh, I'm finally here! When I applied last month, I was just another broke student living off of baked beans and didn't really think I had a chance of being accepted to be part of the prestigious Cat Island research team. Ooh, Cat Island. That sounds awesome, a Cat Island research team.
That it does.
Yet here it is, the little black dot in the he sounds very melodramatic. The little black dot in the distance, growing bigger by the second, is the infamous Cat Island, the place I will call home for the next few months.
He must be an anime protagonist.
Yes. I wonder if this is the Cat Island in Japan.
Mm.
My heart momentarily skips a beat. What if there's been a mistake? What if they accepted someone else's application and accidentally sent the offer to me? I rummage about in my bag until I find the papers. Professor Popper. But wait, Doesn't that mean that this professor's poor? Because paupers are poor?
That would make sense.
No, no mistake. That's my name right there in the top left-hand corner, Hardy. And there's his name at the bottom, the genius behind this whole operation. Professor Pauper. Science genius and my new boss.
Oh yes, science.
He does science. I look up from my papers to see dry land rapidly approaching before us. It seems to be surrounded by a huge barrier of impenetrable black rocks. As we get closer, we're not slowing down, and I begin to worry that we're going to crash into them. Then, at the very last moment, we take a sharp turn to the left, and suddenly we're sailing smoothly towards a jetty through an opening in the rocks. He's talking a lot. You can say this.
Okay. I blow out the breath that I've been holding and break into a smile.
I thought of farts.
Nicely done, Skipper. The ferryman comes out from behind the steering wheel, ignoring my attempts at camaraderie, and shouts rather brusquely. Take all your belongings. We won't be back for days, so don't leave nothing you'll need.
Maybe he's Scottish.
Okay. Bob the Scottish
Yes.
skipper. Take all your belongings. We won't be back for days, so don't leave nothing you'll need. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, sure.
Oh, he has split personality disorder.
Oh.
New plot twist. I smile weakly at the ferryman and his son and pick up my bags, ready to disembark. We glide seamlessly to the wooden jetty, and the son leaps ashore to tie us off. He's greeted by a bulky man in a uniform, who I take to be a security officer of some kind. Oh, here's another you character, maybe. His name is Zane Jones. He says Joe.
Joe. Sir, caught you a mouse.
And then he laughs loudly, as though he said the funniest thing he's ever heard. It's very disconcerting. The security guard remains surly and turns his attention to me.
Let's be having you then.
Creepy. He holds out his large hand, which I assume is an offer to help me off the boat. But as I reach out to take it, he snatches it away, throwing me off balance so that I almost fall over the side. What a great start!
ID card?
Oh, I see, of course. You need ID to get everywhere, even cat. I wonder if he needs a vaccine passport. Mm-hmm. I reach into my back pocket and hand over the laminated card I was given on the mainland. He's born January. Oh, date issued. Okay. At first I thought he was born in 2017. I thought that would be interesting. Continue. Yay, it's still recording. Meow. Disco cat. When are we going to get to a choice?
Soon, I think. These visual novels tend to have long intros.
I know, I translated.
Yeah.
Actually, this was not originally in Japanese, was it?
I have no idea.
Like, the genius scientist part made me think, that sounds that's like a Japaneseism. They often will describe, like, a genius something or another, or tensai specifically, even though tensai isn't, like, exactly genius in English.
It could be another one of those that's made in the style
It could be, yeah. So, in part of the Are Visual Novels Real Games discourse, there's a lot of people who think they're not real games, and then visual novel fans are angry about all, like, the fake visual novel, like the gag visual novels, like, that one we watched.
Doki Doki Literature?
Yeah, like Doki Doki Literature Club, even Hatoful Boyfriend, although they liked Hatoful Boyfriend because they felt like it was still an homage without making fun of them, but they don't like visual novels that, like, make fun of visual novels.
All right.
I don't know, I like visual novels that make fun of visual novels. I guess because I'm partly in development. Okay, he barely looks at it before striding off, grunting over his shoulder.
This way.
Man of few words. I follow him down a dirt track path and get my first proper view of the island. Already getting nervous. It's beautiful, lush and green. I'm already under its spell. After no more than a couple minutes of trekking, we're at base camp, which consists of an assortment of tents and huts. Among them are two more solid-looking structures, one larger and one smaller. I presume these are the labs. Okay, the camera's recording too. I'm just extra paranoid. The whole camp is moderate but functional. It reminds me of an army outpost. Yeah, it kind of does. Do you want to go there? Well, you like camping.
It depends on how many cats we're talking.
I know, we haven't gotten any cats yet. I'm getting impatient. I'm struck by the lack of people. I'm very happy about the lack of people. In fact, there's no one around apart from an older woman sitting outside peeling a pile of potatoes. I smile and give her a little nod, but she just stares back at me. Here, you can be Mrs. Marigold. ... Stellar performance. I try not to get paranoid. Up too late, Sarah's paranoid.
Here.
He stopped at the largest of the tents, indicating that I should go inside. I feel rude just walking in, so I make my presence known first. Ahem, hello? Firm but friendly voice calls out. Okay, be firm and friendly.
Come.
You get all these, like, monosyllabic lines. Ooh, that looks like our room. I walk in and there he is, hunched over some documents. The great Professor Popper, the genius scientist. Sir, it's an honor to meet you. Ooh, he's British. Sir, it's an honor to meet you. Or maybe he's Canadian. They also spell honor weird, don't they?
I don't know.
Sir, it's an honor to meet you, eh?
Yes, yes. You must be Hardy. Come on in, my dear. Glad to have you on board. Good journey?
Well, long.
Yes, indeed. We're rather tucked away here. Let me offer you some refreshment. Water, coffee, something stronger, perhaps. Whiskey?
Oh no, to make a choice. Okay, I'm fine, thank you. Just some water if you have some. It would be rude to let you drink whiskey on your own. I'd love a cup of tea if there's a pot on the... Well, you know me. Yeah. Spiffing Brit would approve too. I'd love a cup of tea if there's a pot on the go.
Ah, I can tell you're new. The tea here tastes like cat's piddle. You really don't want to drink it.
Oh, are you sure about that? He pours me a cup of coffee from his canteen instead. It's a good thing I like coffee.
It will take you a while to find your way around and discover how it all works. So for today, I thought I would just get you kitted out, and maybe introduce you to some of the locals. The cats, that is. I believe you've already met most of the human locals.
Oh, I've only met the ferryman and the security guard who brought me here.
Yes, that's about it.
Sketchy. And the lady outside?
Ah, Mrs. Marigold. Her and her husband are the caretakers. Wonderful people, the Marigolds. You'll meet them before too long. We're a tidy little family here, Hardy, and I'm sure you'll fit in nicely.
Thank you, sir. I hope so.
Okay, so first things first. This is your basic kit.
He begins going through a pile of things on his desk, explaining each of them in turn.
This is your backpack. You can put everything in it. We will be going on plenty of field trips, so it will be very useful. And as will your own water bottle. Some disinfectant hand spray. Ah, these are heavy-duty reinforced gloves, which are essential when tagging cats out in the wild. Don't want any scratches from felines we don't know, now do we?
You mean love marks? I suppose not. I shove each item into my new backpack as he gives them to me.
Likewise, these goggles are to be brought along on all field trips. This lot here
He indicates to a small pile of what looks like laundry.
is basic uniform, lab coats, masks, stethoscope, etc. Portable first aid kit, camping knife with all tool attachments. Finally, and without doubt most importantly,
Scene change.
this!
Ooh. He holds up something that looks a lot like a mobile phone, except it clearly isn't one.
This is your catalog!
Ha ha! Catalog?
Yes, the name comes from its earliest version. It was initially designed to record and store data on the cats, scan them and log their details. But as you see, we've come a long way since then. Now you can use it to communicate with the rest of our team. I've added everyone's contact details for you. Listen to music, take photos. There's even a pen that comes with it to insert microchips into the back of the cats' necks so that we can keep track of them. It is a very valuable piece of equipment, Hardy, and I need you to protect it above all else. Do you understand?
He is looking me directly in the eye and clearly expects a response. Well, yes, sir, of course, I will look after it. I'm surprised there wasn't, like, a choice. I've noticed sometimes in visual novels there's fake-outs like that, like, oh no, whatever shall I do? And then, like, there's no choices. Like, talk about a missed opportunity.
Good. You'll get to know all the functions as you go along, but for now I suggest we take a stroll out and see if we can't find a few friends to introduce you to so that you can try it out.
He hands me the gadget. I feel a bit nervous taking charge of it, but also really keen to have a go. I think he is British. Have a go. That's pretty British. Saving. That's all right. I've already committed to melodramatic, heightened American English. We head down to the beach. The professor explaining things as we go.
The mixture of terrain on Cat Island is quite unique. Even in such a relatively small area, you'll find forests, mountains, jungle, beaches, woodland, all of these different geological and ecological zones in one place. It really is most remarkable.
It certainly is.
Even the lack of wildlife is, in itself, quite remarkable.
What do you mean, Professor?
Well, put simply, there is a type of force field that surrounds the island, disallowing anything to enter.
All right, that's not creepy at all. You mean literally anything?
Absolutely. No birds, fish, or creatures of any kind can penetrate it.
Forgive my lack of intelligence on this subject, but, we're here? The professor lets out a disconcertingly loud laugh.
Ah, I see what you mean. Well, there is, of course, one small break in this invisible wall, and that is where we built the jetty. But let's not get too bogged down in all this right now. What you need to know is that basically the island is shaped like a peanut.
He has picked up a nearby stick and draws a simple map in the sand.
This, our end of the island, is very well known to us now. We've been researching here for many years. The other end is not so familiar to us. We have encountered difficulties that have hindered our progress in the region.
Oh no! What type of difficulties, Professor? That was Doki Doki Literature Club clap right there.
Well, we're not as sure as we'd like to be, but what can I can tell you is that the environment has an adverse effect upon humans, inducing nausea at the very least.
So we're in a simulation or something. That's what that glitch was, and then he's trying to like justify, like, yeah, if you like see things or hallucinate or there's nausea, it's just the environment. It's not the fact because we're in a simulation and you're locked up in a cell. And at the worst,
fainting, migraines, possible nerve damage.
Oh, nerve. Awesome. Sounds good to me. Gosh, that is serious.
As I say, it's best to keep away, but let's not go into all that now, my dear.
My dear. I guess they expect the player to be female.
You've had a long day. For now, let's just say that we refer to the far end of the island as the danger zone, with good reason. ... I must ask you not to put yourself at risk by venturing beyond this mountain range here.
He refers to the map once more, drawing a line just past the center and an X, it's British, through the end section.
There are wild, aggressive cats out there.
Good.
I wouldn't want you getting too close to them.
But I want to. I love them.
Unlike our lovely fellows closer to home.
He has led me to a spot where a few cats are lounging. But
Finally! What do you say we try out your catalog now, Hardy?
Fuck yeah. He stoops down and picks up one of the animals, a disgruntled-looking cat who is sleeping under the shade of a palm tree. Disgruntled-looking. Do you think it's going to be a Persian with like the
see.
The cat lets out a displeased mew, like a hee-haw, but doesn't struggle. Its large body, billowing with long orange fur, just sort of hangs in the professor's arms in lazy resignation.
Would you like to have a go at scanning this delightful chap?
Yeah. I find the on switch and somewhat timidly activate it. Ooh, it's beeping. The gadget immediately comes to artificial life, emitting a boop, boop, boop sound, just like you boop a kitty's nose, with a red pulsating light. I select the app labeled Cat Scan, and it loads instantly. There is no delay on this thing. The professor holds the cat towards me with arms outstretched. I'm sure he said the scanning chip is implanted into the back of the neck somewhere, but it's difficult to find this one's neck amidst the thick cloud of fur, just like Pan.
Yep.
We have a really fat kitty named Pan. He's about probably 23, 24 pounds by now, Maine Coon mix. He's not orange, but he's very, very fat, and so fat that it actually is hard to grab his scruff of the neck. So, yeah, can relate. I blow to make a parting on the fur and press the catalog to his skin. It's a bit like scanning groceries in a supermarket where I used to work. Oh, you poor thing. I've never worked in a supermarket.
That should do it.
Nothing against people who have worked in supermarkets. You do extremely important work because I love food. And he plops the Marmalade Tom back into the shade. Sure enough, upon withdrawal, I find the cat has been successfully scanned.
Meow. Did you see his name?
Yeah. Oh no, Floofy Butt! But does it say how many pounds he is? Floofy Butt. He's 10 years old. That's between our tabbies and my tabbies and your tabby. Red tabby. He is a Persian, I was right. Do I like take his picture? Oh. Amazing!
Clever, isn't it? A large part of your job here will be to tag and scan the cats, such as Mr. Floofybutt here. But it looks like you'll have no problems at all in that area. Excellent work, Hardy.
Thank you, sir. I can't wait to get started.
Well, why don't you get a bit more practice with the catalog and scan the rest of them while we're here? These 5 spend a lot of time together.
More kitties!
They're like a little family, aren't you? Oh, yes, you are!
The professor seems to be a genuine cat lover like me. I think we're going to get on great. Okay, here goes. No help this time. The professor steps back. The first cat I approach is very friendly, with beautiful calico markings. Yay! That's a girl, unless it's intersex. He comes towards me, already purring. We have a calico as well. Her name is Hermione. She has a very high-pitched... Actually, it's more like... Trixie! That's the name of my first rat. 3 years, 8 months. That's like Hermione's age.
Very close.
She's 3 years and she was born on Halloween, we decided. So she's a little older. No, younger than 3 years, 8 months, but pretty close. Short. Well, she's floofy though. She's not short hair. I color green. My niece eyes are golden. Next is an elegant, sleek, hairless cat. Nah, alien. Sitting gracefully. Okay, so, yeah, I still like hairless kitties. They're still kitties and they need love, but my husband likes them more than I do.
I've never had the chance to pet one, but I hope to do so at some point.
It's an alien. Phone home. Snooty booty. Oh, she's a sphinx.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth cat I approach is a noisy one.
Meow, 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 meow.
That's gotta be a boy. McMurphy, male, yeah. Brown crossbreed. We want a brown kitty.
Yeah.
What are they called again? Like
chocolate?
Yeah. Are they British?
I think British short hairs can be brown.
He's been sulking at the edge's activity, eyeing me suspiciously as though he could pounce at any minute. I laugh at myself, already projecting personalities onto these animals. Kibbles. 3 years, white British long hair. I color green.
All done! I hope you enjoyed meeting some of the locals.
I did, let me pet them. The professor lets out a little laugh.
I have a feeling you'll get to know them quite well in time. That's probably enough for your first day, don't you think? It's quite a lot to take in.
Probably enough for a first video.
Agreed.
Quite a lot to take in. I am suddenly exhausted and grateful to be heading back to camp. Alright, I guess that'll be all for our first video. They're saving! So we'll pick it up next time. I wonder if you press quit if it'll stop recording. We'll find out. Hey, it's still going, sort of. Yeah. We're still figuring things out here. Alright, anyway, thanks for joining us for our first video thingy. And since this is not a stream, I mean, eventually it may be a stream if we have better equipment and stuff. God, we need so many things. We still need, like, replacement controllers, because the last game we were playing, what was that one called?
Cat Quest.
Cat Quest, yeah. That was more like a, you know, use a controller. And
yeah,
like...
I have some old Xbox 360 controllers and a PS4 controller that's falling apart. So definitely new controllers are on the list
As
for
well as,
equipment we'll need.
Microphone as well, although
Yeah.
I want that also for my other YouTube channels anyway. So right now we're using like my camera's built-in mic because the only other mic I have is a lav, and like if I clipped it onto one of us would be much louder than the other. Anyway, for our next video, it would be cool if we had some questions we could answer as we play, or at the start, or whenever. So if you have any questions to ask us, you can leave them in the comments, or, you know, we'll ask people on various socials.
Also, feel free to suggest games or genres you'd like to see us play.
Yep, otherwise we're just going to keep playing this one, because we love cats, as you could tell. I guess in post we may put cat cams in this video. I mean, you already know this by now because you've watched it, in theory, so I don't know what I'm saying.
And
Yep.
hopefully soon we'll have foster kittens that can be on the cam.
Yay! Okay, bye, I guess.
Goodbye.